What is up guys, it's time we install the evil lip on the Genesis Coupe. All the items that I'll be using, you can grab them from your local hardware store, such as your drill, respirator, Plastidip, and your sandpaper. What you see here is my glorious evil lip. This gets mounted to my front bumper. Currently what I'm doing is letting this bake in the sun. The reason why I'm doing this is because with polyurethane material, when the product gets delivered, it comes out all warped, so you just have to do a little bit of reshaping. If you want to speed up the process, you can use a heat gun. What you do is you apply heat to the rear of the lip. That way it'll start molding and warping to the shape that you want. Never apply the heat to the surface that you're going to paint, otherwise it'll leave imperfections. What you see here is a rivet gun. This is a rivet. Process is simple. You take the stem and you put it into the nozzle. The purpose of a rivet gun is to take two materials and join them together by compressing it. So on the lip itself we have two mounting points where we're supposed to put our Z brackets. One we have right here, as you can see this hole, it's about a quarter way. And the other is the same thing right here, another quarter way in. We also have one right in the middle. So we have our Z bracket and we have the rivet. I'm gonna put the rivet right there. And you see this hole? I'm gonna put that right there. Let's take the rivet gun on top of the rivet. Start applying pressure. You're gonna hear a pop sound. Okay. We have our bracket mounted right onto the lip. It's normal to have the Z bracket pivoting. This actually helps us if you want to mount it like this or if you want to mount it like this. With that mounted on, I also went ahead and did the middle and the other side. This is the bottom of my original bumper, and as you can see, it's been through quite the ride. Over here is a speed bump too low. Over there's a crack. The clear coat is clearly peeling. The evil lip adds about an extra inch lower, so this is going to be an interesting project. Alright, so with our bracket mounted onto our lip, it's time we test fit it onto our bumper. In this case, we're going to use a brand new bumper. On the back side of the bumper, we're going to mount our screws over here and over here. And then we're going to mount these screws onto the bumper. Next, you're going to take your Phillip head, put this onto your drill. Then we're going to drill this in. Just going to hold it for pressure. Perfect. And that's it. Okay. That's the left side. Alright, so here's our two screws. Looking good. Now we go under and drill here. That's it. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And that's it. Okay, so here is our bumper mounted onto the evil lip. What we're gonna do now is detach the lip and start painting. Alright, so the bumper I'm gonna get professionally painted. However, the lip, I'm gonna show you guys how to paint this yourself. So the first thing you wanna do is wet this down with some water. Next, take some soap and water or some Windex and spray it on the entire lip. Now we're going to take our 320 grit sandpaper, spray it down, and start sanding. After sanding, just wash down the area again. Next, take your 600 grit sandpaper, spray it down, spray it on the area. Finally, we're going to wash this down for one last time. And now we're going to dry off the surface. For our last step, we're going to use some isopropyl alcohol and disinfect the entire area. Alright, now it's time to apply Plastidip. The first coat is a very light coat. Coat number 2 is going to be slow and heavy. This is going to be coat number 3. I'm doing a fourth and final layer because I've noticed some imperfections that I want to get rid of. This step is completely optional. If you want a little bit of shine, apply the glossifier. Just a light coat or a heavy coat depending on how glossy you want your final product to be. Here's the new bumper and the new lip. Looks absolutely stunning. So the bumper is a gloss finish. The lip is more of a matte finish. What we're gonna do is one more thing. Right in the middle, it's not aligned perfectly, and I'll tell you why. If we go to the back of the bumper, I purposely didn't mount my center bracket. The reason being is because there's still some play that needs to be adjusted. We can do this by moving this forward or backwards and then drilling it in. While installing the bumper, you want to make sure everything is mounted and seated properly, especially if you have a front mount intercooler. If you want a more refined hold, you can add double-sided tape around the border of your lip. So going out of my driveway, I have to be a little bit more cautious. As you can see, I have a centimeter of clearance before my bumper starts scraping. However, on the street, I'm perfectly fine. Currently, my car is running on stock springs, so on street level, everything works out and life is good. Eventually, I may lower my car, but right now I have to deal with this. Because I live in Canada, we need to have a license plate on the front. I didn't want to drill up holes in the bumper, so I got a license plate relocator. The relocator definitely adds a JDM, KDM style to the car. What you do is you mount it where your tow hook would normally go. I decided to use zip ties because I didn't want to use any metal screws that could possibly scratch the bumper. Thanks for watching my videos, guys. If you like what you see, consider subscribing. Don't forget to like and comment and share with your friends.